Hi, thank you for joining us this morning for our virtual landlord symposium. Today's agenda, we are going to talk about understanding emergency housing vouchers from 11 to 11:30. The Housing Connector will talk to us about their amazing program. We are going to break from 11:30 to 12:30 for lunch. And then Nicholas Yuva with the Department of Commerce will talk about the Landlord Mitigation Fund from 12:30 to 1:30. And from 1:30 to close, we will have a legislative update. Just some housekeeping items. This meeting is being recorded. We will send out the PowerPoint and the link to the recording and any additional information our presenters share with us. And I hope to have that out to you by no later than the end of next week. And then after the webinar today, we are going to ask you to complete a survey. And so today we have 6 different housing authorities joining us: Pierce County Housing Authority, and I'm with Tacoma Housing Authority, King County Housing Authority, Seattle Housing Authority, Thurston County Housing Authority, and Renton Housing Authority. And I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Alexis Eichel with Tacoma Housing Authority, and I'm the Landlord Engagement Specialist. And I'm going to pass it off to Lacey Ricci. She works here with me, and she's our housing navigator. Do you want to?
Hello, I'm Lacey Ricci. I'm the housing navigator, like Alexis just said. Today, we are also joined by Housing Authority of Thurston County, Rachel Childs, the Renton Housing Authority, Stephen Gray and Michael Jones. With Pierce County Housing Authority, we have Crystal Von Natsky and Elizabeth Combs. And then with King County Housing Authority, we have Amar Rendev, Betsy Lange, and Jordan Plummer. And then with Tacoma Housing Authority, we have Alexis, who you just met, and myself, Lacey. And then with Seattle Housing Authority, we have Garam Wold and Carlina Money. Our goal today is understanding emergency housing vouchers. We want to understand what is the emergency housing voucher, who qualifies for an emergency housing voucher, the Housing Authority voucher awards, the housing leasing strategies used, and exploring ways to engage and collaborate with landlords.
The Emergency Housing Voucher Program is available through the American Rescue Plan Act. Through the EHVs, HUD has provided 70,000 housing choice vouchers to the local public housing authorities in order to assist individuals and their families. Now, as far as who is eligible for an EHV, that would be someone who is literally homeless, at risk of becoming homeless, fleeing or attempting to flee domestic violence, dating violence, sexual assault, or some type of stalking or human trafficking, or someone who is recently homeless for whom providing rental assistance will prevent them from housing instability. Now, as far as how the emergency housing voucher program can be accessed, it can be accessed through the CE system, which is coordinated entry. The purpose of coordinated entry is to ensure that all households that are experiencing homelessness have housing resource assistance to resolve their housing crisis. If there is an individual who is in need of this, they can get screened directly through 211. And then also with the different PHAs, they have differing program application requirements for eligibility. So they would need to get referred through coordinated entry, and then they would seek assistance from that specific public housing authority. Now on this page, this shows the amount of awarded vouchers that have been allotted to each individual public housing authority. So we do have Seattle Housing Authority. They've been awarded 498, King County at 762. We got Thurston County at 68. Renton Housing Authority is at 54. Tacoma Housing Authority 135. And then we have the Pierce County Housing Authority that has been allotted 62. Now here you see how many folks have been successfully housed. So Seattle Housing Authority has housed 160 of those, King County 326, Thurston County 32. We have Renton at 6, the Tacoma Housing Authority at 36, and Pierce County at 11.
Good morning again. I'm Rachel Childs and I'm the Landlord Engagement Specialist, and I also work with our emergency housing voucher program at Thurston County. With our EHV program, we collaborate with so many agencies across the county, but these 3 agencies are the ones that are our coordinated entry hosts. So all of our participants come out of these 3 agencies. So Family Support Center of South Sound, Community Youth Services, and also Community Action Council. And with our emergency housing voucher program, we have several services that none of our other vouchers have, and we offer these services because we know that these tenants have higher barriers and may need a lot of extra support. So many of these, and many of these clients have never had the opportunity to rent, and because of that, we are able to partner with housing providers to get them housed. So some of these bonuses are, or some of these services or extra things are, if you are a first-time landlord with us, or a first time serving an emergency housing voucher client, you'll receive $1,000, and any additional emergency housing voucher client would be $500 after that. And after a year, you would get an additional $500 if the tenant is successful and signs a second lease for the second year. And the other thing we offer is more landlord engagement. So I'm a single point of contact for any of the EHV vouchers. I will respond quickly, and we want to develop and maintain those partnerships. And then I am going to switch to number 4 because it kind of goes along with that. So in that, I offer a lot of support for tenants and our landlords while they are housed. So, you know, I can act as a liaison between them and conflict. And the goal is really to keep them housed. So part of that is maybe a piece of like education or other things. And then go back. Sorry, I'm almost done. We offer client assistance funds. So we do offer application fees, moving costs, and addressing barriers. And then, so because we are such a small jurisdiction, we have if you have openings where it says click here in Thurston County, you're able to click on there or go to our website, but there is a form that you can fill out and send to me at rachelc@hatc.org, and your listing will be posted on an internal forum that then is sent out to our shoppers by our housing specialist. So please, thank you, and feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions.
And I do want to add, if you have any questions, please add them in the Q&A. It's right next to your chat feature here in the webinar. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel and Alexis. My name is Amar Randev. I'm with King County Housing Authority. My colleague, Michael Jones from Renton Housing Authority, was still having some technical difficulties logging on to the Zoom. So I'm going to speak out their points here. So Renton Housing Authority received 54 vouchers, and they are working with multiple agencies, POCAN, Lifelong AIDS Alliance, REACH, and DEC. So they are trying to house the voucher holders as soon as possible. So in order to do that, they have started, get the next screen, please. So they have a Rent Cafe landlord portal in which you can review and update your contact information, view payment transactions on a ledger, view your unit information, view your caseworkers information as well. So if you would like to sign on to Rent Cafe, you just have to send an email to the email address that is listed on the slide there. So Renton Housing Authority is making strides with landlord engagement and also providing the opportunity to list a property through their the QR code. So you just have to point your phone to that, and it'll open up a website that you can provide your unit information on. Thank you. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Amar.
My name is Elizabeth Combs, and I'm a senior housing specialist here with the Pierce County Housing Authority. And like the other agencies, we are partnering with any and all community resources providers that are out there. Specifically, we've been working currently with the Rescue Mission and Associated Ministries, along with Catholic Community Services and the Northwest Furniture Bank. But of course, there's always going to be different partners and new partners that we're just coming across, such as like the Housing Navigator and things like that. So anytime that we can, we're getting referrals as much as possible. We have our Housing Navigator that we're working on to get these EHV vouchers housed. Our current strategies have been in adopting a new actual position here at the Housing Authority. So Crystal Wontensky, who's here in this meeting as well, she is the Housing Navigator. So she's been one-on-one with all of our new clientele and reaching out to these landlords directly, you guys directly rather, to start building these partnerships up again. We have landlord incentives, and on a case-by-case basis, each client we know has different kinds of barriers and things like that. So we really are working with these clients individually to see what those incentives could be. So it's ranged from things such as application fees, deposits, and then maybe even move-out condition reports and things like that. We're just not sure exactly, since this is such a new program to all of us, that we're open to all different kinds of ideas and incentives to assist these landlords. The funds that have been provided through this program are focusing on those barriers right now, but again, we are so new to this that it's just really exciting to see where we can take this. We do have additional resources, such as listing your available units. If you go ahead and click that QR code in the bottom right. And on our web portal, we will be updating to Yardi the same way that Renton was just addressing, where they have the landlord portal, which is going to give you guys more access to the real-time information for each of your individual clients that you'll be working with. Pierce County Housing Authority appreciates all of your guys' time and putting into this and seeing us and communicating with us. So if there's anything we can do, go ahead and reach out to myself or Crystal going forward, and we'll be sure to include our information in the chat for you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. And here at Tacoma Housing Authority, our partner agency is called Inside Passages. They help provide housing navigation, which means help locating housing or leasing up in place, negotiating with landlords, and they can help you submit a request for tenancy approval. And they also have the ability to pay move-in costs using the client assistance funds that they have.
The REHB leasing strategies, as of October 2021, THA has launched the housing provider contract form. There, the landlords can request for tenancy approval, update their accounts, let us know of any landlord changes, update banking information, or any concerns with its THA client. We are using Inside Passages, which helps THA, the EHB clients lease up. EHB clients, I'm so sorry. The EHB Client Assistance Fund can be used for screening fees, security deposit assistance up to 2 times the monthly rent, landlord incentives per unit lease up, and landlord engagement team, Alexis right here. And we also have the free vacant unit listing. So we have the QR code you can see here in the corner. You can just go ahead and point your cell phone there and update your listings with us.
Thanks. And for those of you that have just joined us, we will send a recording out of this presentation along with the slides and important information that we are discussing today, hopefully by the end of next week.
Good morning, everyone. I am Carlina Monroe, the owner liaison here at Seattle Housing, and aside of me is our other owner liaison, which is a first for us for Seattle Housing, Giran Wolde. And today we'll be talking about partnering with the agencies that we partner with, is Full Life, the Housing Connector, Catholic Community Services, and also too with ADS. And here with number 5, the owner liaison team, you are looking right at us. We're gonna have our contact information we'll be giving at the end of this presentation. And with the EHB leasing strategies, SHA is rolling out other features that will make it easier for you to conduct business with us. To serve you better, the Seattle Housing Authority has upgraded the online portal the landlord portal to a new and improved system. The new SHA portal is mobile friendly and can be accessed by a smartphone, a tablet, or computer. At that time, you will need to be able to view your ledger, view the unit inspection results, update your contact information, and sign up for ACH deposits. Also, we provide a landlord incentive, which is $300 to new emergency housing voucher landlord as a bonus, as a thank you. Also, we provide for tenant move-in fees. SHA has set aside funding to assist EHV household with security deposits, application fees, and other leasing support to prospective applicants. Also, we have housing connector support. When you notify SHA, Seattle Housing Authority, of compliance issues, we have housing counselors staff will contact the tenant for assistance. Also, we provide the EHV pre-inspection. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Betsy Longy, owner liaison at the King County Housing Authority. And at KCHA, we currently partner with 3 outside agencies, which include the YWCA, Catholic Community Services, and Interim CDA. And so these agencies essentially assist EHV families with various housing navigation services to allow clients to successfully lease a unit in the jurisdiction of King County. In addition, the owner liaison team, which consists again of Jordan Plummer, Amar Randev, and myself, we also provide a level of assistance to port-in families who come in from a jurisdiction outside of King County. So KCHA's leasing strategies include, number 1, client assistance funds, which can be assistance with screening fees and security deposit assistance. Secondly, you have the owner liaison team. And really the benefit of that is that landlords have a single point of contact here at KCHA. And so we truly value the partnerships that we have with our landlord community and do our best to be excellent liaisons between you and the housing authority. Our third leasing strategy is having an available units list. We too are currently reaching out to partners like you to collect any unit availability information that you're willing to share with us. And that information is being shared with the partnering agencies that were mentioned in the previous slide. We're also sharing this information with our resident services team at KCHA, as well as the staff in the HCV department. And lastly, we're implementing an online RFTA, which is really an effort to streamline the leasing process between landlords, tenants, and the housing authority. This new process is currently underway, and we're hoping to go live sometime in the summer. But really, some of the benefits of us going online is that it's easy, fast, and provides secured submission of the RFTA and documents, and also provides landlords and owners a timely update through email on the status of the RFTA process.
Thank you, Betsy. And I know we all want to give you all a big thank you. You guys have experienced an extremely difficult time throughout the moratorium, and we just want you to know that we are here to support you and to try to make this partnership easier. So thank you all for attending today and just your continued partnership.